Hi, and welcome back. I'm Dr. Patrick Kingsep, and today what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about building a mindful day, one day at a time. Does this morning routine sound familiar to you? The alarm starts screeching, you pull yourself out of bed, shower, dress, and grab that piece of toast as you fly out the door. Or maybe you keep pressing the snooze button on your alarm until you simply can't do it anymore, dragging yourself out of bed with reluctance and lack of energy. Then do you find yourself driving your car or on public transport? Maybe you ride a bike and you're into your day without a moment's thought. Maybe you find yourself feeling frustrated in the peak hour traffic, trying to stay awake on the bus or arguing with the kids. Your reaction to the very beginning of your day are often automatic and based upon habits. Maybe you become annoyed, impatient, or your mind keeps telling you, I'm so exhausted. This sets up the tone for the day ahead. We can all become entrenched in patterns in life, habits and routines that we replay over and over again. You may not even be aware of some of the things you're doing that don't create the foundation for a good day to follow. You don't have to repeat your patterns if they're not working in your favor. So if you want to prepare and set yourself up for the best day possible, you need to start your day and proceed through the day with mindful intent. Now let me tell you from experience, it is possible to create a day in which you move with ease, energy, and awareness. Now, Tim Ferriss interviewed Tony Robbins on a podcast to hear how Tony spends the first hour of his day. Tony describes his cryotherapy sessions, his fish and salad daily breakfasts, his breathing routine, and his priming ritual, which is a 10 to 30 minute morning practice that puts him in a prime state for the day. Tony stated in his daily priming routine, he focuses on gratitude, the inner presence of God or a higher power, and 3 to thrive, which are 3 things that he wants to make happen in his life starting today. What a powerful way to start the day. Who wouldn't be energized and ready to go after that? Now, Tony stated, if you want to have a prime life, you have to be in a prime state. Now, Tony's priming routine involves the idea of an intention, which is the basis of everything we do, say, or think in our mind. It can be very helpful to think of an intention for yourself each day. The intention you choose will change the way in which you speak and act throughout the day. A mindful intention can be very powerful. The best time to set an intention for your day is first thing in the morning, before you begin any other activity. You might choose to sit on the edge of the bed for 2 to 5 minutes before you stand to set the intention. To help you to choose an intention, you might ask yourself a few questions. The questions could be, how can I put my best self forward today? How can I feel more connected to myself and others around me as I go throughout my day? What could I do to take better care of myself today? What mindset do I want to cultivate today? And as you answer these questions for yourself, a stronger intention will come through. It's important to word your intention although it has already happened. For example, I am calm and contented. I am present and engaged with those around me. My breathing is slow and steady. I am grounded and steady. I am making healthy food choices. I am patient with others. These are just a few examples, as it's very important you come up with an intention personalized to yourself and what you're wanting to mindfully cultivate in your day ahead. Make sure you choose time to check in and see how you're doing with your intention on any particular day. You might choose to check in at, say, noon or 6 p.m. You will notice that as you practice mindful intentions on a daily basis, your relationships, actions, and mood will start to shift. It can be helpful to use a journal and write down your intention at the beginning of the day and how you're feeling and functioning at your check-in times during the day and before you go to sleep. Now, there are many other ideas you can incorporate into your day to introduce some mindfulness. You can choose to spend 10 to 15 minutes each morning in silence. Become aware of when you feel the need to speak and what you are wanting to say. This awareness can help you choose if and when to speak throughout the day ahead. Of course, you want to practice this in the home, and if you live with others, to let them know you are doing this ahead of time. If you live alone, you might wish to refrain from any social media before leaving the house in the morning. As you set about your day, you might want to continue these practices by choosing all words you speak mindfully. What I mean by this is pausing before you speak or respond to others and really think about what you're wanting to say and why. This involves changing your verbal communication from autopilot to intentional action. We rarely do this in our day, and it can be a very powerful strategy to be more mindful of our words and their meaning. And lastly, you might wish to practice spending one day in which you pretend you're being filmed by a reality TV show, focusing in on what you're doing, your actions, your words, and how you're sitting and standing and moving, and give yourself the voiceover as if you're on a reality show. For example, he is now getting up from his desk and going to the lunchroom. This exercise helps you to gain awareness of yourself in your day, what your patterns are, and what you're doing. There are really endless ideas we could talk about in building a more mindful day. And I hope this gives you a few things to think about, such that you can give it a go. Now, thanks very much for watching, and I do trust this has been a powerful way of setting up your day. Mindfully yours. Bye for now.